Jesus was crushed for our sins. John chapter 19 verses 1 to 3, NKJV. 1. So then Pilate took Jesus and scourged him. 2. And the soldiers twisted a crown of thorns and put it on his head, and they put on him a purple robe. 3. Then they said, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they struck him with their hands. 1. Jesus was whipped. 1 CV 1. 1. So then Pilate took Jesus and scourged him. Pilate knew Jesus was innocent, but he was afraid of the crowd. They could start a riot if he did not handle them carefully. It could cost his position or even his life. So, he tried to please them by scourging Jesus. When he prioritized the earthly position or life, he worried about them and was shaken by fear. He couldn't stand for the truth. To please the crowd and to protect his position and life, he even scourged the innocent man Jesus. Verse 1 in NLT, New Living Translation, reads, "Then Pilate had Jesus flogged with a lead-tipped whip." This is a very painful punishment. This event was foretold by the prophet Isaiah in Isaiah chapter 53 verse 5 NLT. He was whipped so he could be healed. 2. Jesus was pierced. 2a, CV 2a. 2a. And the soldiers twisted a crown of thorns and put it on his head. The soldiers twisted and put a crown of thorns on his head. His head was bleeding because the thorns pierced the skin of his head. He was pierced by nails and a spear as well. These events were foretold by the prophet Isaiah in Isaiah chapter 53 verse 5 NLT. He was pierced for our rebellion. 3. Jesus was mocked. 2b3a, CV 2b3a. 2b. And they put on him a purple robe. 3a. Then they said, "Hail, King of the Jews!" They put on him a purple robe. 2b. Purple was a color associated with royalty, power, and wealth in the ancient world. By dressing Jesus in a purple robe, the soldiers were sarcastically mocking his claim, or the claim others made about him, to kingship. They mocked Jesus by saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" 3a, as well as putting the crown of thorns on his head. 2a, and putting on a purple robe. 2b. These events were foretold in Isaiah chapter 53. He was despised and rejected. Isaiah chapter 53 verse 3 NLT. He was oppressed and treated harshly. Isaiah chapter 53 verse 7 NLT. 4. Jesus was struck. 3b, CV 3b. 3b. And they struck him with their hands. Jesus was unjustly struck in John chapter 18 verse 22 as well. These events were foretold by the prophet Isaiah in Isaiah chapter 53 verse 5 NLT. He was beaten so he could be whole. In this process, Jesus was crushed for our sins. Isaiah chapter 53 verse 5 NLT.